Hey guys, welcome to Quinian's Budget Crafts. So I know I said I'd try to avoid super long, huge builds, but I like to let strangers on the internet tell me what to do, so... Richard Sorden asked for the haunted house in Ghost of Saltmarsh. This is from the Sinister Secrets of Saltmarsh adventure in the book, or you can just pick up that adventure on the dmsguild.com for about $4. I have that PDF as well open on the screen over there because it's got more info and slightly different info. If you don't want spoilers, this might not be for you because in this video I thought I'd walk you guys through my planning phase for a huge project. And also give a sneak peek into what all we're going to be making over the course of this little mini-series. When something is really large and well established, I like to be really exact on the details where I can be, so this planning phase takes some serious time. Also, if the Saltmarsh story interests you, you should head over to twitch.tv/miniterraindomain on Thursday nights at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. That's GMT -7. Sorry Jake, I suck with time zones. Where an awesome group is playing some Saltmarsh. Okay, so the first thing to do is whip out the maps for whatever huge thing you plan to make. You need to know how much of a footprint you need. Do you just want the thing? Do you need the whole surrounding area? So on. Oh yeah, also I'm going to be using real world measurements, not game measurements, at least for the most part, or I'll convert them over. In this case, the only thing outside of this map is a cliff about a foot away and a crumbled stone wall an unknown distance away. So, meh. The cliff can be theater of mind and the walls is easily handled with scatter. We already made some stone walls. If you count the grid on here, it looks like the house is 24 inches this direction by 16 inches this direction. But if you want the space inside the house to actually be 24 by 16, you're going to have to account for these interior walls. Each one of these is roughly a 1/4 inch thick if you're using foam board. So count those up. The highest number is going to be the most important. If you have a little extra room, that's fine. The top floor has 5 walls going side to side. So we want the 24 inches width to actually be 25 and 1/4 inches. And then accounting for the 4 walls going north to south, that just adds an easy inch, making it 17 inches. Plus the house itself will be a little wider in all directions for the outside walls. So if you're going to put this on a base, then you cut out the base piece, whatever you use. You make sure that you give it some wiggle room. And I think I'll cut this out as a large rectangle instead of the T shape of the house, at least on one of them, so that we can include this porch thing and the well. The basement will be 2 separate things. One for the house footprint and then one for the caverns. What's nice about caverns is even when there's a map, it's still mostly just an approximation, so you have a little leeway there to not be so exact. We'll just build this up with foam chunks, or if you have a cavern tile set, you can just use that. Okay, now to figure out exactly how we're doing this. I think there's enough room in these rooms to just leave the walls as part of the floor, like we did on the Ruined Keep. And most DMs don't want players seeing the whole layout and all the things, so by leaving the walls on the floor, we can make the little panels that go over the rooms to cover them like Fog of War style. So I got a little book here to take some notes. So I mean, that's the outside of the house in a nutshell, but we need details. I mean, what exactly does the book say and what pictures are there? The only 2 pictures I found were this one in the book and then the cover art for the original adventure. The cover art, which you probably can't see, shows reddish window frames standing proud of the wall, and the porch is a wooden porch that's covered and it has little skull thingies on the bottom of the banisters. Also, the cover art shows the roof has a reddish look, but in the description here it says the roof has holes with slate shingles missing, so that's more of a gray color like this updated picture over here, so we'll go with that. It also says that the house is 35 feet tall from the ground level to the peak. And then over here we get some more details. Each floor is 10 feet and the attic is 15 feet in the center and 1 at the sides because of the roof slope. So great, that gives me exact measurements for the walls and stuff. Each floor is 10 feet, that means that the walls are 2 inches tall, and for the attic it'll be 3 inches tall for a post in the middle, or whatever you're going to put at the center, and then let the roof lay flat like this from the thing in the center to the edge. You don't even need to work out angles. As to the texture of the walls, they're brick on the outside, and if you count them, it looks to be about 14 bricks per level here. So, I made this roller that just happens to be 14 bricks per 2 inches. I have no idea how that happened. So if you printed out a map that doesn't have the numbers and the numbers are referenced, you're going to need to go through and number these. So just do that real quick. So house interior starting with the ground floor. This says that it's dilapidated and damp with patches of mold. The wood is rotten, cobwebs and dust all over. And the PDF over there also mentions that the floorboards are rotten and some of them are missing. So cool. Now I know. Wood floors. Damage them heavily. Plaster has fallen from the walls. Okay, so yeah, that's a texture that no one enjoys doing. I'm going to try to modify a brick roller and see if I can fake that. If not, I'll actually brick the wall with this roller and then actually plaster it and break the plaster. I hope I don't need to go that far with it. It says that there's trash and broken furniture all over. In the measurements, it also lists doors. They're 1 inch wide and 1.5 inches tall. Every room has a door, so let's count that up. It's 17 doors. Most of the window panes are broken and easy to open. Okay, so with these windows here, and man, there's a lot of these, we'll use plastic like normal, but we'll chop it up into jagged shapes and glue it under the window frame. Remember, old glass wasn't safety glass, it broke off in huge, nasty, spiky chunks. So that's what we'll do for those. In the entryway here, there are some stairs. They're worn out, but they can still support you. This shaded area on the second floor will collapse if anyone tries to cross it. So that could be a fun little actual removable piece to build in right here. So then just make a note that you're going to have a 1.5 inch removable floor piece right here. Area 2 is the library. It says that the shelves are empty and broken, and there's a pile of books in the southwest corner. So, right here, it is exactly 14 books, and they're covered in spider webs and mouse poo. Yummy. These can be picked up and taken and sold, and 3 of them have a clear title on them. So I need to make squigglies on them that look legit on 3 of them. And the book stack is going to need to be removable scatter, so just drop that in the scatter pile to make. Area 3 is the study. It was Colonel Mustard with the revolver. Wait, wrong game. So this room has a desk under the window right here. It has 3 drawers on each side with 1 in the middle, and the 3 on the sides are all broken and stuff. There's more to this desk, but that's for the GM, or possibly some handouts. Area 4 is a living room. The southeast corner has a pile of trash. And the patio is all broken and covered in weeds. The S on this map is a secret door, and I would like to put that in there, but I think that anything being amiss in the play area would give it away, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Area 5 has a semicircular thing of tiny red mushrooms growing by the fireplace. So, tiny red mushroom scatter. Area 6 is another living area. The floor above it is weak, but that's not important right now, so moving on. Area 7 is the dining room. Looks like 1 chair and 1 table. Both are broken. And there's some broken dishes. The table and chair is easy. We've done that several times. I'm not even going to bother recording that. The dishes, though, I think that I'll do in clay, break them, and then glue the broken bits into broken dishes scatter. Area 8 is a withdrawing room. What now? Okay, so it's a couple of stuffed chairs with the stuffing pulled out, and another smashed table. So stuffed chairs scatter. Also, it says that there's mouse bones near the fireplace on this one, but I mean, I'm not sure if I'll include those. They'd be too small to see at this scale. Area 9 is the kitchen. It's dirty and damp with gray mold and cobwebs on the floor. The southwest corner has some cooking pots. There's also a broken stone sink under the window, and next to the sink is a small cupboard. The cupboard is stuck to the wall 5 feet up, or 1 inch. The far wall has some stairs going up from west to east. It's decayed and missing a couple steps. Alright, well, we gotta make a stove with some pots and pans scattered. The rest of this stuff I think I'll build into the place. Area 10 is the scullery, and it is super moldy. This here is a copper cask which is broken open, and there's broken pottery on the floor, and of course the stairs. I'm going to build this in place, but that means extra broken dishes scatter. So that takes care of the ground floor. It's not mentioned in this section here, but this is the floor that we need to make the removable piece from the front hallway there, so I'm thinking magnets. Area 11 upstairs is the master bedroom. It's missing floorboards and trash all over. A tall wooden wardrobe on the wall with the door closed. Maybe here. So wardrobe scatter. Area 12 is another bedroom. This one was the guest room. Evidence of rats and spiders, a 4-poster bed with worm-ridden woodwork, and some curtains that are torn and stained. The bed doesn't have any sheets, but it's mostly intact. Okay, so the curtains I'll do just like I did with the sails and the pirate ship, and the bed I'll do a scatter, but probably maybe still glue it down in here. Area 13 is another guest room. Nothing in here but trash and spider webs. The fireplace has some bling in it, and anyone can see it without a skill check, so I need to make sure I put a gem in there from my pack of gems. So Area 14 is another bedroom. It's mostly empty, but it's evident without checks that the floor is unsafe and missing boards. There are tracks and clues and such in here, but you gotta roll to see that, so empty room with a bad floor. Room 15 is Ned's bedroom. The door is locked. The key is easy to see in the hallway, but also needs a roll, so maybe just a dab of gold in the hallway to make sure that it's not super noticeable, but it's there. This one also has a bad floor. There's an NPC in here, but you can use your minis for that. Area 16 is the alchemist bedroom. There's more mold and trash. There's a mattress on the floor with stuffing coming out of it. So a pulled stuffing mattress scatter piece. I don't know if I'll glue this in or have it in as scatter. It would work pretty well with post-apocalyptic stuff too, so probably just plain scatter. There's also a chest. Nope, not a mimic. It is closed, so either a chest as scatter or possibly 3D model it. Of course, STLs are available for patrons for free if I go that route. It says you can open it and there's some assorted stuff in it, but I don't think that the prop really needs to be able to open. Area 17 is a box room. Storage. It's a storage room. Anyway, it's got a poorly made chest. That should be easy. 3 broken chairs. 2 broken wooden buckets. And a gross sack. There's a heap of clothing that are pretty clean compared to the room. So the clothing and the sack I'll fake with a few bits of colored tissue and some glue. And that'll be part of the room, not scatter. The buckets I need to do a scatter though, and add 3 more broken chairs to the list. Area 18 is the landing right here. It's got a couple of messed up staircases. The one leading up to the attic is totally destroyed. It has exactly 6 steps still on it and a pile of rotten boards in the corner. Now, that'll be easy, it's just popsicle sticks. Area 19 is the actual attic, which means that the roof needs to be removable. There's not much up here but trash. Then it's the cellar, which we'll do later, but we will do. For now, I think we're full up on projects at this point. Okay, now to make an actual checklist here. I have the brick roller. I need to make another one and modify it and hope that that works for the plaster. I have a few things I can just make off camera and stuff into the house, such as 17 doors, 1.5 inches tall and 1 inch wide. That's here. I need a smashed desk with 3 drawers on each side and 1 in the middle. Let me just draw that real quick. I need some smashed up furniture, that being 2 bookshelves, 4 chairs, and 3 smashed tables. I need the cabinet here in the kitchen. The sink in the kitchen I'll do with clay, just like I did for the bowl for the statue angel lady. The cask, too, will probably just be clay painted up in copper, or maybe an empty glue bottle or something like I used in the steampunk dio. And I'm going to need a whole bunch of scatter terrain. I need the 2 things of broken dishes. I need a stove with pots and pans. I need a stack of 14 books, 3 of which have a title on the spine, and the whole pile is covered in webs and poo. I need a creepy semicircle of mushrooms. Tiny red mushrooms. That'll be interesting to figure out how to do. I need 2 stuffed chairs with the stuffing coming out. I need a wardrobe. I need a crack house mattress. I'm going to need those 2 buckets. I need that 4-post bed. That's a different take on a bed for sure. It's a poster bed with worm rot, so the wood is full of holes. That'll be pretty cool. And I need the poorly made chest. The trash all over the place, I'm not real sure how I'm going to go about doing that. Modern day trash is easy. It's like wrappers and cardboard and stuff, but medieval people didn't really have trash like that, so I'll have to look into what assorted garbage would have been scattered around somewhere between the 11 to 1300s. Then there is the nice chest in the alchemist room. I don't know if I'll make that with foam or something, or try modeling it. I want to build my STL library for something I have planned for later, but at the same time I'm still very new to modeling, and wood is a royal pain to model. Now, if you guys would prefer that I don't make things off camera, let me know and I'll be sure to include all of it, but that will add considerable time to the videos and it's things we've already seen. But this is my method for planning out these huge builds. This actually took me a couple days to plan and condense into video form. I know we didn't actually make anything this time, but this is an important part, so hopefully it didn't bore you too much. The cellar is pretty much more of the same. It's just bunches of chairs and beds and stuff and some random trash and a different floor texture. The whole place has a bunch of collectibles and goodies for the players we could do as handouts. There's letters and keys and various bottles of stuff that are unique. I haven't done handouts on the channel, so that might be something kind of fun to go over. Just let me know what you think in the comments. So of course the whole thing, you can help support my insanity by jumping on Patreon and suggesting things you want to see come to life. Or a one-time donation on Ko-fi. Or for no cost to yourself, you can use my affiliate links that I have on my webpage where I list all the stuff I like to use. I also include supplemental images on there for stuff like the sign on the stables if you don't have a 3D printer. But as always, thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you think about some of the options I listed. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow on the socials, and I'll catch you on the next one.